This video is going to be a little bit of a departure from the normal I do on a market condition and interest rates and even how to build a daily success plan. Though I do think AI has a lot to do with how to build a successful daily success plan, because it's no secret AI is coming at us all the time. So I want to do a few of the tools that we're using and that other people that are using AI in their business have helped me with. And it's important to know because there's so much information. One of the things I hear from a lot of people is either one, they don't even know where to start, like where would they even implement AI in their business? And two, it's just pretty common, something along the lines like, you know what, I don't really want to use AI because, they're going to take over the world and all that kind of stuff.
I'll be back.
And I actually don't know, maybe AI will take over the world at some point, but the fact is it's here, and using it in your business is a really smart thing to do. I looked at this video here that I did many years ago. This is 11 years ago. I definitely look younger. And I was doing a video on Facebook. And the funny thing is, I remember when I put this video out, I had so many agents at the time say, we don't Facebook. I don't want a Facebook. I don't want to get into it. This is way before Instagram and all the other programs out there. And the funny thing is, I remember telling agents, you may not Facebook, but your clients are Facebooking. So you better be famous on Facebook. And AI is no different. Your competition is implementing things all the time into their business that are getting them one step further. The problem is it can get very distracting and get you off mission if you're doing all these different things and don't know what to do. It's very similar to posting videos on social media. It's great to do, but it's better if you're posting them with a certain aim or strategy or mission. And I think AI approaching it with is, what is one thing it can do to help my business? So I'm going to go over two things that I'm using a lot that's made a huge difference. A little bit on creating videos, because I think that is a big part of where everything is, right? Everything's about video and getting information out there. And the other thing is, strangely enough, is building a second brain. Building a second brain may sound funny to you, but it's really one of the most impactful things I've ever done in my life. So this was a book written by Tiago Forte. I think I read it about 1.5 years ago. And once I got my first brain around building a second brain, it totally changed my life. So what is a second brain? It's taking technology and actually using it to our advantage. We have all this information that's hard to recall, hard to remember, but how can we put it in a format or a way that we can use it all the time? For me, anything in my second brain has to be portable, accessible, searchable, and shareable. That's my acronym. And thinking about that way has changed the way I organize almost everything. So one way to think about a second brain as an example is Google Maps. I'm terrible at directions. I've definitely gotten lost to places where people be like, oh, I know that easy. But now with my phone, I'm as good as anywhere, anyone on the planet. I can go anywhere. I was actually in New York and I used Google Maps to navigate the entire subway system. So I don't necessarily need to memorize and know all that information, because as long as I have my phone, which is almost 100% of the time, whether that's good or bad, I always have Google Maps with me. And so I never get lost because I always have it. And it's not only that, it's better than my first brain because it gives me real-time updates. There's a traffic jam ahead, there's a speed trap, or whatever the case is, and will change my route that there's no way my first brain could know. And so building a second brain is something that you do over time. It is an investment, but after a while, for instance, I do presentations, I go on meetings, and sometimes it's hard for me to remember everything about every person. We've all probably had that situation where we've seen a face, but we kind of remembered them, but we didn't remember exactly everything. And so, for instance, in my second brain, if I meet with someone, I can put little details like, this is John Smith, the realtor. He works at this particular company. He's got 2 kids. He's got a poodle named Charlie. Now, if I run into him 3 years later, with the way the second brain works, because of the search function, I really don't have to remember anything. I can just remember that he had a poodle, type in the word poodle, or that it was Charlie, or the real estate company, and that's going to come up instantly. And that's the amazing part about building a second brain. And I will say, if you're not building one, instead of using technology to your advantage, it's kind of coming at you too fast. So building a second brain to increase what you're doing, I think is a very, very smart thing to do. I'll give you one quick example of how powerful this is becoming because, for instance, I build a lot of my stuff in Evernote, and I can say, when are my vaccinations due again for my dogs, Teddy and Jake? And I can just ask the question because Evernote just added in AI, and actually it will tell me the answer without even having to search and look for the note. Vaccinations for Teddy are due on 10/6/24. And the amazing part is everything is in my second brain, my medical records, my blood work. And now with AI, I can just ask it a question. I can be driving and someone could call me and say, how far does a well need to be from the property line on an FHA loan? Because I have all the FHA guidelines in my second brain, which I used another program to get into my second brain, actually I can just ask the question and get it instantly. And having that data at my fingertips is amazing. There's no way I could recall that information on my own. So again, I don't get paid anything for building the second brain. How you build it is up to you. One of the coolest things I recommend is after listening to the book, go on YouTube and watch how other people have built their second brain. And once you listen to the book, reach out to me because I've spent a lot of time building my second brain as well. So I hope you find that useful. It's definitely really, really cool. One of the other things I want to look at is video marketing. I don't want to do 42 different programs. So building a second brain is something really to think about. And then how we're marketing and making that easy, especially with the day of social media. What are some cool things that we can do to use AI to help us, get more content out there, especially in the format of video, which is what everybody wants. So this is a video we did recently about a investment seminar I did, building generational wealth through real estate, with a local real estate group, Waypoint Realty. And we actually got people to come in the office and sit down and go over some strategies on how to build real estate. It was an hour-long class, some really amazing information. And by the way, if you're looking at a place to do a really good presentation like that, my office is available. I definitely have the space for it, and it definitely can help you get in front of more people. So I definitely recommend it. But what I did that I thought was really cool, after this is almost an hour video. It's really hard for people to sit down and watch a 1 hour video. So what I did, I actually did this morning, and I literally took 10 minutes and I wrote, and you can freeze the screen because this is relevant to what I'm going to do next, is I took and wrote just a little synopsis about what you should know about investing in real estate, which is actually kind of real estate 101, but you're surprised how many people don't really know that much about investing in real estate. So I wrote this little script on my own, and then all I did is cut and paste it into this program called invideo.ai. Now you can watch your own videos on how to use this. It is absolutely amazing the content you can create on this. But in my case, all I did is take this script that I did and cut and paste it in here. And all I needed to do was hit generate video. And I edited this because it actually took about 10 minutes, but it actually gave me a video that's fully licensed. You do have to pay for it. It has clips. You can change the voice. You can change the clips. And I want you to take like 30 or 40 seconds and listen to this, how actually powerful this is, because I created this video on literally spending about 10 minutes on it. And actually this is something that I could put out almost right now.
Real estate investment isn't about timing the market or waiting for the perfect market conditions. It's about being ready when the opportunity arises. This can happen under any market conditions. Think of real estate as a ticket to financial freedom. It's a universally accepted truth that real estate is one of the best ways to build wealth, especially for the average person in the United States. The beauty of it is that anyone can do it. If you're already a homeowner, you have a head start. You can leverage your home equity to generate wealth by purchasing additional properties. Consider this. Even if you had bought a home at the peak of the market in 2008, right before the Great Recession, you'd be significantly ahead today. This is due to home appreciation and the power of a tenant helping you pay down.
So I'm going to pause it right there, but you get the idea. If you look at the script, it actually uses most of my words and then goes in there and actually cleans up some of the language and in a way makes it better. And there's more and more powerful AI coming online to help us market and build our business. You really want to have a clear strategy though. What is the message you're trying to get out there? And back to the daily success plan that I like to talk about, it's going to make the normal part or the basics part even more important, because as video and all this stuff becomes easier to do, it's going to be more important that every once in a while you pick up the phone and have a real conversation with people. But you can use AI We use it to find loan programs for people, to do marketing once they're pre-approved. We use things like HomeBot. If you're not using HomeBot, you definitely need to reach out to me. But there's all these things that we can do to take these things off of our plate so that we can focus on the activities that I need to do, which might be calling someone specific, handling actually a problem that's going on, and using my first brain or the main things I want to focus on, becoming successful and really growing my business, helping other agents grow their business, and really, buying real estate and all the things I want to do, as far as building my business and my life and all of those other things. Anyway, so that's some of AI. I wanted to show you some cool things. I'm not going to go over the market this week. Rates are high. The Fed is not doing what I want them to do, but I don't get to pick. But these are things that we can be working on all together. I think it creates a community of like-minded people that are brainstorming and doing these things. Remember, I have a class every Tuesday, and we do cover AI on those every once in a while. So if you have any questions on those, AI, building a second brain, or more importantly, how to get somebody pre-approved in this crazy market, reach out to me. I'd love to help. Love to help. This is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. Have a great day. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.